full price breakdown on parts and then also on the labor, how much I spent pretty much. If you're wondering the same, you're trying to do the same thing for your truck, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys that right now in this video. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Happy Tuesday. Today is a freaking hot day, and pretty much in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys pretty much a full breakdown on what I really spent on getting my truck lower, and most importantly, I feel like you guys probably want to know how much I paid for like the springs pretty much on the truck right now. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And if you're here for your first time on the channel, this is my 2014 Dodge Ram that I'm currently building, and this is what this channel is about, this truck that I'm sitting in, fourth generation Ram. If you're a fan of these trucks, Mopar in general, or a car guy overall, go ahead, support the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. It definitely means a lot to me. And let's get into giving you guys a full price breakdown on everything that I spent getting this truck lower. So just to put it out there, it might be different for you, depends on where you live at, you know, with labors and stuff like that. But you know, labor sometimes is different in different states. But for me, honestly, so I'm gonna start off with the front coilovers that's on here. So those I bought, I think they were normally going for about around like 800 bucks just for two coilovers, the two front ones. So I ended up getting it for about 750. I think it was like a 15-20% off or something like that. So I got it for $750, and that's what I paid plus tax and all that. Tax probably came up to I think somewhere around like close to so $760 something, something like that, or 70 something, somewhere around there. But I paid that, and then now I bought the rear springs that's on there from Beltec also. Those came separate, it wasn't like a whole set, so I bought both things separate. So now the springs that's in the back, that came as a kit. It has a couple things on there. So I spent just for that. Remember, it does not include it doesn't include sway bar link, the sway bar link, but it does include certain little parts and stuff that actually need it to get the truck lower, like a bracket, stuff like that. So I spent, just for that, I spent around $250 plus tax and all that, $250, which was definitely, I'll say, was definitely overall a good deal with what I was planning on doing. If you really look at that right now, like so total right now for both springs combined, so I'm probably at 7, 8, 9, 10, probably like 1100, not even 1100, close to that. But it's a lot cheaper than what I actually paid, what you actually pay for a full set of custom lowering spring, like the kit. Probably gonna be looking at least like somewhere around like 1500 and stuff like that. If you plan on getting like a whole kit, front, back, probably gonna be around somewhere 1400, depending too on what kind of how you call this, lowering springs you plan on going with. So I spent that. Now what I spent for labor, you know, this was a friend of mine, kind of knew him and stuff like that. He worked on car, so it wasn't like an actual shop. So I ended up giving him somewhere around like $200, and he actually helped. He actually did that for about 200 bucks, even though it took like dang near the whole day. Mind you, I also was helping them too, helping them with one side as we was working on the car. And minus my labor. I didn't, obviously it's my vehicle, but I'm just joking at the end of the day. But overall, if you look at how much I spent, so I spent about 1,900 plus 200 more. That's gonna be at least like 1,300. So I spent what I actually what you would actually pick normally, what you normally would buy a set of lowering springs if you're doing like a whole kit. That's pretty much what I spent just to do everything, labor, everything, all of that. I think pretty much that was. I think that overall that was like a decent deal. Because if you think about it, if you was gonna go to a shop, if I was gonna go to a shop, I probably would have been spending like labor, like that's gonna probably take like a whole day. So they would have charged me way more than what I even paid for labor. So it definitely would have been over $200. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's definitely worth it. Like when you're doing, like one thing to keep in mind when you're doing things like this, it's always good for you to know. If I always think that it's better for you to know somebody who works on cars and who actually been working on cars for years, not just somebody who said they know how to work on your vehicles, because sometimes it could save you a lot of money. Even with majority of the miles that I have coming for this truck, there's only few things that I'm probably gonna take my car to the shop for. Probably like the transmission. When I'm getting a new transmission, probably gonna obviously take that to the shop. But it's just like stuff like this is always good for you to, use your head and try to save yourself money. You don't want to spend crazy amount of money, because at the end of the day, when you do any kind of modification to any kind of truck, car, it's gonna cost you money. And sometimes labor nowadays, to go on the shops too, like they take advantage of you, and you could spend a lot of money too. As the same amount of money you probably gonna be spending to buy your parts, they're gonna probably charge you like the same for labor. But I'm not saying every place is like that, depending on relationships and stuff like that too. So, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with what I got, and it was a good, pretty easy, simple installing process and stuff. But yeah, so overall, I spent under probably 1,100. Well, not 1,100, like 1,300 parts, labor. Definitely was worth it. So this is what this video is about. If you plan on doing the same for your truck, my last upload from yesterday, I dropped like the links of the website that I got the parts from and stuff. So if you plan on doing the same thing, definitely go ahead and check out my last upload. And that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Peace out.